Hey guys, Logan here. So, a few days ago we got update 3.2 for Battlefield 2042. This update is the biggest one yet when it comes to changes and fixes. The new breakaway map is amazing, and of course the return of classes. And that's the topic of today's video. You know, some specialists within a class are perhaps better to use than others. So let's go over some of the best ways to utilize the new class system. Starting with the Assault class. For this class I recommend you using McKay, mainly because of his nimble trait that allows him to be just a bit faster, and his grappling hook gives you many options when it comes to movement. As a gadget I use the armor plates and the frag grenade as a throwable. The Assault class main purpose is to be at the very front line, throwing themselves face first into firefights. That's when the med pen comes in handy. Team up with a support that can supply you with med pens and armor plates and you will be successful. Next up is Engineer class. Here we have both Crawford and Boris as good choices, but I would recommend you going with Boris because his sentry turret is a very good distraction for enemies. And since update 3.2, the sentry turret will do a small amount of damage to vehicles. Annoying and distracting a tank while you reload your rocket launcher is a good tactic. The gadgets I recommend you going with are either the Javelin, that's the new one, or Recoilless M5. You know, the Recoilless M5 has a much faster acceleration and speed and does much more damage now, which makes it easier against vehicles. I use the smoke grenade as a throwable. You know, it's really usable when trying to hide from, enemy fire when repairing a vehicle. But do remember that you have to use that repair tool to help out your own vehicles by repairing, or maybe use it as a last resort against an enemy vehicle to repair his ass to death. If your goal is to mainly repair stuff using that engineer, then use Crawford and get into a helicopter and help it survive. Crawford has a trait that allows him to repair stuff faster if they're 25% health or below. And remember to use the Javelin to lock onto those tracer darts. So bring a recon, bring a friend that's playing a recon class that can help you with that, because they have their tracer darts as a gadget. Okay, let's take a look at the support class. Here is Maria Falk, my choice of specialist. Your goal as a support is to help supply your team with ammo and health, and here is why I recommend you to use Maria Falk. She does have the Surette pistol, and she can heal other players with that and herself, and at the same time you can choose to have an ammo crate as a gadget to supply ammo to your teammates at the same time. When reviving it's almost a must you have the smoke grenade equipped, so that's why I choose it as a throwable. Last but not least, the Recon class. Here I recommend you using Rao. Mostly because of his ability to hack vehicles, and when he does that, the vehicle gets painted and allows other players on your team to lock onto it with rocket launchers. Really useful. As a gadget I use the tracer dart. Shooting at tanks and other locations to allow rocket launchers to lock on is a really helpful thing for a team. As throwable I use the frag grenade for more close encounters. All classes can still use all weapons, but one new thing are weapon proficiencies that give smaller perks when using the correct weapon with your class. The weapon proficiencies are of course good, but you can still use whatever weapon you want. So this choice is up to you. I think the return of classes for BF 2042 was needed, and the game feels new again in some strange way. You know, like it's a whole other level to the game. The flow of gameplay is at a whole new level as well, and really feels like the older games with the team play. So I applaud you guys, great job. Everything I've been talking about today in this video is of course my way of using the classes, but you might have some other way. I would love to hear how you set up your classes, so tell me in the comment section down below. And also, what do you think about the reworked breakaway? Tell me down there. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and you won't miss any Battlefield news, and hit that like if you enjoyed the video, I would really much appreciate that. I hope to see you in my next one. This is Logan, signing out.